Jungles have a reputation for swallowing people whole. Heat, moisture, insects, disease, and dense vegetation combine into an environment that punishes impatience and rewards discipline. Modern jungle survival advice often focuses on gear and techniques borrowed from other environments. But, history shows that approach fails more often than it succeeds. People who survived jungles did so by adapting behavior, not by overpowering the terrain. From colonial expeditions to guerrilla warfare and indigenous travel, the lessons repeat with striking consistency. In jungle environments, speed is an enemy. Historical accounts emphasize deliberate, limited movement. Dense vegetation conceals hazards, drains energy, and increases injury risk. People moved short distances and stopped frequently, not because they were weak, but because fatigue compounded quickly in heat and humidity. Rushing led to falls, cuts, and exhaustion. Calm pacing preserved strength and awareness. Those who tried to push through paid for it later with illness or injury. Unlike cold environments, jungle survival depended on staying dry, not warm. Wet clothing caused skin breakdown, infections, and heat loss during rest periods. Survivors dried clothes whenever possible, even if it was just for a short while, and avoided unnecessary immersion. Shelters were raised off the ground to reduce moisture contact. Sleeping directly on jungle soil invited parasites and rot. Even simple platforms made a measurable difference. Fire in jungles was difficult and risky. Smoke revealed position, and damp fuel made ignition slow. Survivors used fire sparingly for cooking, drying, and insect control. Large fires, though, were avoided. Fire was protected and maintained rather than constantly rebuilt. Knowledge of local resins and the dry cores of deadwood actually mattered more than carrying fire starters. Jungles offer water everywhere, but not all of it is safe. Historical survival emphasized moving water sources and avoided stagnant pools. Boiling was standard when possible. When not, people accepted risk rather than dehydration. Water collection methods prioritized speed and simplicity. Leaves, bamboo, and natural containers were used without hesitation. Large game hunting in jungles was, pretty rare and inefficient. Survivors actually relied on small animals, insects, fish, and plants. Protein was gathered, not really pursued in the way we might imagine. Fishing, trapping, and foraging provided steady calories without, excessive energy loss. People basically ate what was available and familiar. Honestly, experimentation killed more people than hunger ever did. Contrary to modern assumptions, jungle survivors actually covered their skin. Long sleeves and pants protected against insects, abrasion, and sun exposure. Loose clothing allowed airflow without, exposing skin to hazards. Bare skin was a liability. Jungle navigation was route-based, not directional. Travelers followed rivers, ridges, and known paths. Cutting new routes was dangerous and exhausting. Getting lost in jungle terrain was often fatal. Survivors, minimized navigation challenges by limiting movement choices. Heavy loads, constant movement, aggressive clearing, and reliance on unfamiliar foods consistently failed. Modern advice that emphasizes domination of the environment, it actually conflicts with historical evidence. Jungle survival favored restraint, patience, and respect for limits. The environment punished force and rewarded humility. These lessons honestly remain unchanged. If you value survival knowledge grounded in historical reality rather than modern myth, subscribe to the channel and share this episode with others who want what actually works.